Militia, pull up a crate and listen to me closely. Over 40 years on these sites, I've seen two kinds of people get handed a set of blueprints and a radio. I've seen the bosses, and I've seen the leaders. A boss is a loud mouth with a title who sits in an air-conditioned trailer, pointing fingers and shifting blame when production slows down. But a leader? A leader is the one who steps out into the driving rain, takes the heavy end of the iron and says, "Follow me." Today we are talking about leadership. In the working militia, leadership isn't a promotion you get from a corporate office. It's a burden you choose to carry on your shoulders. It is the willing decision to be the shield for your crew, to take the heat when things go sideways, and to set a pace so fierce that failure doesn't stand a chance. If you are aiming to be the head hand on your crew, you need to understand the gravity of the position. True leadership is silent, and it is stoic. It doesn't scream for respect. It commands it through action. When a high-pressure line blows or a rig catches fire, the crew doesn't look at the guy who is panicking or throwing a tantrum. They look at the steady hand. They look at the operator whose heart rate stays low and whose focus stays sharp. Your crew will mirror your energy, militia. If you are sloppy with your safety gear, they will be sloppy. If you show up 5 minutes late with a hangover, they will drift. To lead on the front line means you have lost the privilege of having a bad day. You carry your internal storms in silence, and you show up to that gate as an immovable pillar of strength. You become the benchmark for the entire site. To the women of the militia who are stepping into leadership roles, you are redefining what authority looks like in a heavy industry. Leading in a space that has traditionally been run by men requires a special kind of tactical stoicism. You don't need to mimic the loud, empty bravado of the old school to be heard. Your leadership is forged in your absolute precision, your cool head under pressure, and your unwavering competence. When a sister in this militia takes command of a crew, she leads with a lethal clarity that can't be shaken. Protect your people, master the logistics, and hold every single hand to the standard without apology. When you speak from a position of absolute knowledge and zero emotion, the skeptics vanish. You aren't just running a shift, you are earning a territory. Let's talk about the ultimate law of the front line: extreme ownership. A real leader never, under any circumstances, passes the buck down the line. If an apprentice strips a thread or a helper backs a truck into a barricade, that is your failure. It means you didn't train them right, you didn't supervise them properly, or you didn't communicate the hazard. When the superintendent comes out yapping about a mistake, you stand in the gap. You say, "That's on me, boss. I'll fix it." That is how you build an unbreakable tribe. When your crew knows that you will protect them from the corporate firing squad, they will walk through hell for you. They will give you their best effort on the midnight shift because they respect the shield you provide. I remember a shutdown back in '98, working a massive refinery turnaround under a foreman named Henderson. We were behind schedule, the weather was freezing, and the pressure from upper management was suffocating. A junior hand made a bad calculation on a pipe fit, costing us a full day of progress. The project manager came down to the ditch ready to fire the kid on the spot. Henderson stepped right between them, looked the manager in the eye and said, "He did exactly what I told him to do. If you want to fire someone, start with me." We didn't lose the hand, and Henderson stayed late with that kid every night that week to show him the right math. We smashed the deadline by the end of the month. We didn't do it for the company, we did it for Henderson. That's the legacy of a leader. He didn't break his crew to save himself, he carried the weight. To the men, throw away the idea that leadership is about being the biggest, loudest alpha in the room. Arrogance demands submission, but stoic leadership inspires deployment. True strength is checking your ego at the gang box and focusing entirely on the safety and success of the hands under your watch. If you are using your position to bully helpers or satisfy your own pride, you are a liability to the working militia. Your job is to mentor the rookies, sharpen the veterans, and ensure that every single man and woman on your crew goes home to their family with all 10 fingers and a full paycheck. We are building a new culture under the Working Militia United banner, and it starts with the leaders we forge on the front line. Whether you have the title of foreman or you are just the senior hand in the ditch, you have a duty to lead. Stop waiting for permission to step up. Look around your site tomorrow. Find the hand who is struggling and coach them. Find the hazard that everyone is ignoring and fix it. Show up first, leave last, and let your work ethic be the standard that ignites the warrior spirit in everyone around you. Heavy is the hard hat, militia, but we were built to carry the weight. Stand firm, protect the pack, and lead from the front. The hunt depends on the commander.